Hey, good morning, everybody. It's Early Mornings LALATE, the 6 a.m. edition. Big updates across the board on your first stimulus, your second stimulus, your SSI and SSDI, and the implementation of 3 executive orders that implicate your stimulus. I'm really excited for you as the push is underway to get unpaid items, the first and second stimulus, paid. Today will be the big economic day. Day 1 of the Biden camp was the climate. Then day 2 was the pandemic. Day 3 is today, the economy. And throughout this recording, I'm going to explain what's happening today. I'm so excited for you. Let's get ready to rock and roll. The toast is toasting, but I just don't see the bacon. I haven't gotten my memo about the bacon. Let's get ready to rock and roll. This is Early Mornings LALATE. Hey, good morning, everybody. It's Early Mornings LALATE, the 6 a.m. edition. The toast is toasting, the butter's buttering. I'm here, you're here, and I'm so excited for you because it's a new day. We almost made it to the weekend. Let's crush the breakfast. It would be so perfect if only there was some bacon, but if you're not subscribed, please subscribe. Like this video, and also hit that alert button so you get alert when I next go live, which is the video right after this, the 6:30 a.m. edition. Meantime, this is an instant premiere over there. You can chat with your profile buddies and interact and share your notes and thoughts, especially as members. Bring out those PDFs because I'm going to be going over the member PDFs in this video. If you're not a member, consider becoming a member. The member link is in the description, in the pinned comment, and also at the top of the chat. Meantime, it's also the top of this video. Become a Purple Power, Calcino VIP, or Purple Hawk. And with that, there's so much happening across the board. I'm so excited for you. Let's get to the breaking news. The breaking news is that today is the economy day. Among the several days of the first 100 days of the Joe Biden administration, the first 4 are tackling 4 different social or economic political issues. This is the economic day. Day 1 was the climate, day 2 was the pandemic, today is dealing with the economy. We're likely to hear left and right over and around what Biden is going to do with the economy. He's going to focus on getting money out from first and second stimulus that is unpaid, and then also getting ready for third stimulus. And we heard some of the details about this over the last week. And in this video, I'll go over first and second stimulus, SSI and SSDI, and executive orders. And then the video right after this, the 6:30 edition, I'll go over third stimulus. All right, so I'm really excited for you. Let's get to these details. First, second stimulus has no less than, I would say, almost 50% of its items unpaid. The Biden camp is quickly seeing that in the Trump administration at the very end, a lot of things just simply were not done. They were started and then sort of stopped or stalled. Unpaid $600 stimulus checks, unallocated rent money, unallocated utilities money, unallocated free internet, unallocated free childcare. These are reoccurring themes that we're seeing across second stimulus law. Now remember, this is law. It's the stimulus package that was signed in December in Mar-a-Lago. While it's been law for 6 to 8 weeks, shockingly, many, if not 50% of the items have not even gone out, have not been allocated. So this is what's going to happen today. How do we know this? Because we already had this memo for the chief of staff to the cabinet members to say today is the day, Thursday and Friday, to get the allocation of funds from second stimulus in their places. This is a common theme and a common issue. It's not going to get fixed in 24 hours. So understand this. So the fact, for example, let's start with rent. Rent has simply just not gone out to cities and counties. $300 billion approximately allocated under the second stimulus package for rent. This is for rent for low-income families. Any family that makes less than $49,000. You've been waiting for this rent, and you're not alone. Governors of states across the country said, where is this rent money? Well, that's one of the items Joe Biden has to fix. The money has to go from Treasury to housing, from housing to the states. Hasn't happened. And that's what's going to start today and continue thereafter. How quickly? Hard to say. But what I want you to do is not do a waiting game. I want you to do the workaround. What's the workaround? Getting the money the fastest way. I can get you the money the fastest way. And that is, in the case of rent, the volunteers. In the pinned comments of this video, also in the description, you're going to see a link to go to the community page on LALATE.com, the website. The community page is news.lalate.com/community. Again, that's the community page on LALATE, not the community page on YouTube. The community page has volunteers separated from Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. You reach out to them, and they will help you get assistance with rent. They'll also help you with assistance with utilities. More about them in a second. But first, let me give you an aside. It is very commonplace on this channel and other channels that overnight people from foreign countries jump into the comments and take the image of the channel and impersonate the channel. And that happens on this channel on a regular basis. The person's banned and they come back. So if you see in the comments to this video a person using the LALATE logo and impersonating LALATE and telling you to WhatsApp them and text message them, that is not me. That is a spammer, and please report them by clicking the link next to their name. Remember, LALATE will never ask you to text message you or WhatsApp you. I just don't do that. That's not me. It's a spammer. So do not fall prey. And if you see that person, report it by clicking the report link next to them. Let's go back to those volunteers. So the volunteers can actually help you get the rent and utilities from the first stimulus package and also from the nonprofits now in advance of the second stimulus rent landing. I don't want you to wait around for that rent. They can also help you with utilities. Don't want you to wait around for the utilities to come from the second stimulus. Now, certainly you heard other things that was still pending in the second stimulus, and they are free internet. Hasn't landed yet. As soon as it does, I'll tell you where. Then the free childcare hasn't landed as well either. But you're going to see this ramp up very quickly. This is sort of like other things that the Biden camp has seen were not taken care of and need to be taken care of. It's like someone who wasn't doing their homework and you're like, you weren't doing your homework. I got to do all this now. So there's a lot of fixing to do. And one of the things to fix is that $600 stimulus check. Under the second stimulus package, you're supposed to get a $600 stimulus check, $1,200 for a married couple, $600 for children, adult dependents, no stimulus check. The progress we're seeing slowly is that IRS is sending out some stimulus checks just now. And that's progress. It's unclear what's going on. What I can report is the following. If you have not gotten your stimulus check, don't think you're alone. Nearly 50% of the channel has still not seen this stimulus check. Second, if you're waiting for your stimulus check to come by electronic receipt, also watch your mail. It may come in the mail by debit card or by paper check. Third, if the representations made by Steve Mnuchin before his exit that everything was sent the same day is just not true. Things were just either not sent or sent on different days. And that's actually what happened in the first stimulus package. Checks were sent progressively over time. So that's really important to remember. Finally, if you've seen some comments somewhere else to say you're supposed to do this to get your check and then you do this and then they give you a refund, hold off yet. Hold off on doing all that because that is not yet where we are yet. All right, now let's turn to the other item that is unpaid as we sit here today that's finally getting paid, and that is EIDL. Before I get to that, I want to answer your questions about SSI and SSDI. SSI and SSDI, the $2,400, $200 up on top of your existing benefits, that's not happening under the third stimulus package. I told you that since October, November. It's a standalone bill. It comes after this. And that would happen thereafter. That's $200 a month on top of your existing benefits, SSI, SSDI, Social Security and Railroad benefits, and veterans benefits, plus an up to 20% lifetime increase, and plus a new benchmark. That would come as a standalone bill sometime after this. Also after this is the $10,000 student loan debt forgiveness. Finally, we have 3 new executive orders, and those 3 new executive orders are eviction moratorium, mortgage forbearance, and student loan debt moratorium, meaning you don't have to pay back your student loan debt while this matter is pending. I have yet to get the executive orders in digital form, with the exception of the student one. The other 2 I do not have, but the good news is that the CDC is the eviction moratorium. Go to the Centers for Disease Control, get the form, give it to your landlord. Their instructions are on the CDC website. All right, let's get back to EIDL. The $10,000 EIDL grant is getting paid, baby. I told you it would happen. It is happening, and now I want you to get it. The $10,000 EIDL grant work is being operated the following way. They're paying EIDL grants to 2020 applicants only currently that are in low-income communities after they reach out to them. That's a mouthful, I know. First, they're only doing 2020 applicants. Second, they're only doing low-income community businesses. So if you're a 2021 applicant, you can't get it. If you're watching this video, say I want that, you can't get it. And then if you're watching this and you're in the cast of Beverly Hills 90210, you can't get it either. So what are they doing? They are checking your zip code from your application of 2020, running it, and then they're seeing if it's in a low-income community. If it is, they're sending out an SBA.gov email, watch your inbox and watch your spam folder, saying, hi, you want to remain your $10,000 grant, fill out some questions. What they're requiring you to do, and yes, they're requiring it, is you have to provide a clearance for them to see your tax returns, and then they're requiring pay stubs that show that you show a decrease of income during a comparable period of the pandemic. All right. Finally, PPP is now going live with commercial banks. I've been talking about a while how your private fin banks or online financial banks like Cabbage were doing it. Well, now the public big banks, the Fortune 500 big banks, the ones that are at the street corner, down the corner, that have 55 locations in your city, they are now doing PPP. So you may be able to apply with your PPP lender. All right, so then what is going to happen next? What's going to happen next is you're going to see third stimulus really heat up. If you didn't catch sort of where things are going with this channel, I'm trying to get you ready for a sea of different things that you are eligible for, and you're doing a really good job. You're understanding that hazard pay is coming back into the discussion because it's in the third stimulus package. You see that business grants are coming back into third stimulus. You see that there's all these tax credits which you never may have thought about getting that are going to be in third stimulus, and you're seeing all these other things that you have to be ready to pounce for. And with that takes a lot of information. And so I'm adding new shows, changing things up. I'm not changing any existing shows, but I'm adding new programs. So on overnights LALATE at evenings, in the evening time slot, I'm dropping a new show on hazard pay. I'm bringing back a throwback video on hazard pay every day because hazard pay has the same general concepts. Joe Biden's hazard pay may be different than Nancy Pelosi's hazard pay, but ultimately, if you understand how hazard pay works, you understand what it's about, what it's doing, and what is the numbers based upon, then you can understand what I describe when the bill comes out as early today. And then when you see the bill, then you're like, oh yeah. So am I in the, yeah? Well, you gotta see the bill. And you understand what to look for. It's as simple as that. Stay informed, stay focused. If you've not joined and become a member, consider becoming a member. Go to the front of this channel, go to the top of this video and hit the link to become a member. It's also in the description and also in the pinned comment and also at the top of the chat. Become a Purple Power, Purple Hawk, or Calcino VIP. Meantime, like this video, subscribe, and hit the alert to get alert when the next video goes live, which is right after this at 6:30 a.m. Stay informed, stay focused, keep smiling, and stay in LA for more.